Hello everyone, this is Rebecca Jane from Yoga with Rebecca Jane. Welcome to the second day of our tone and breathe classes. So this is 2 of 5. Yesterday we concentrated on last class we concentrated on our tummies, our shoulders, and we did a simple breathing exercise. Today we're going to do a second breathing exercise. The one from the last one was Uddiyana, which was a cleansing one, a cleansing breathing exercise. And today we're going to be doing alternate nostril breathing. And what that does is simply you're taking I'll show you in a second, but we're going to alternate between breathing inhaling through one nostril, exhaling through the other, and going back and forth. What that does is that equalizes equalizes how the air we take in through each nostril. We don't take, when we're throughout the day, we'll breathe in through one nostril for about an hour and 45 minutes, and the other one, we won't breathe in through that, and then they'll alternate. And I know you're probably thinking, wow, is that true? But it is. And what's interesting is the right nostril, physiologically, it will, when you're breathing in through the right nostril, you're usually breathing in when you're doing something active, or you're doing things like, if you're physical exercise, but also you're working, so there's a lot of activity. And then when you're stressed, the left nostril is when you're calmer and when you're digesting your food. So things, you learn interesting things about our bodies. So what we're doing is, by doing the alternate nostril, we bring a sense of calm into our bodies, and we're equalizing, we're creating equanimity between both the nostrils, and it also has to do with our brain, the right and left hemisphere. So there's a lot about this that is really beneficial and is used by people, yogis all over the world, and it started, it's thousands of years old, this breathing technique. And then we continue to tone our bodies, doing tummy work, shoulder work, but also all body toning, experiencing what it's like to be in a standing posture, and how we need to use every aspect of our body in order to just stand. And I'll take you through that as well. So your body, then your muscles start to get nice and long, and you feel taller and stronger, and just feel better. So let's take the first few moments just to settle in, sitting in your easy seat, closing your eyes if that's available to you, and let yourself begin to connect with the breath, the Ujjayi breath, which is the breathing into the rib cage. As you breathe in through the nose, you're breathing into the rib cage, and as you exhale, you pull the belly in slightly and exhale. You can exhale through the nose or the mouth, at least initially, when we begin our yoga practice. Then eventually it's all through the nose. So let's take 3 breaths here. Connecting with the breath, connecting with the body. Moving ourselves from our chattering mind into our bodies. And let's just gently open our eyes, and we're going to do the alternate nostril breathing now. So simply, your left hand can rest on your thigh. Take your right hand and take the middle finger and index finger, just drop it down, bend it down. The rest of the fingers stay up, and swing it around so now the palm is facing you. Your thumb closes off your right nostril. The index finger, the ring finger, closes off the left nostril. So we're going to be alternating. So just start with closing off your right nostril. Exhale through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril, inhale through the right. Taking your time here. Don't force, try and do this slowly. Till you can't suck up any more air, then close off the right nostril, exhale through the left. Close off the left nostril, inhale through the right. Close the right nostril, exhale through the left. Now stay here. Inhale through the left. Close off the left. Exhale through the right. Close off the right. Inhale through the left. Close off the left. Exhale through the right. And finally close off the right and inhale through the left. And then take your hands off of your nose, place them back to your thighs, and let's come back into our Ujjayi breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Feeling a little bit, I don't know, maybe you feel a little bit calmer. Maybe your sinuses have cleared. And let's just gently open our eyes. We'll continue with the Ujjayi breath throughout our practice. So bringing your elbows up into that 90-degree angle that we did the previous class. This is called wrapping the shoulders. I want to do this again so that you get a sense of what wrapping means. And these are shoulder toners and arm toners. Bring your palms are facing one another. Let your elbows angle in towards one another. So they're inside your shoulders, your elbows. Your hands are slightly outside with the palms, fingers spread. Take a breath in, lift your shoulders up to your ears and roll the shoulders back and down. Now imagine using your mind's eye. This is an energetic, you're using your own resistance to press those elbows in towards an imaginary block. So as you breathe in, soften through the face, soften through the shoulders, breathe in and out. Keep going. You'll feel this working without needing to actually have something between your elbows. And we use the wrapping of the shoulders throughout our practices, throughout the downward dogs, standing poses. I'll take you through it slowly. And then let the arms drop down. Take a pause here. Just notice how those shoulders feel. Breathing in and out. And then slowly and gently come off of our seat and place if you're on something, feel free to place it next to you and slide your bottom to your heels, and let's lower ourselves onto our backs. Beginning some tummy work. Just open the knees wide, feet wide as the mat. Let the arms float out to the sides. Drop your knees to the right. Inhaling back to center with the knees pointing up, exhaling to the left. So just beginning to warm up the hips. Inhale the knees up and then to the right. Inhale up and exhale to the left. Inhale up and exhale to the right. One more time. Inhale up, stay up, keep the knees up. Walk the feet towards you or slide them. Slide the hands next to your sides. Take your heels and keep walking them until they tap the tip of your middle fingers. The feet are slightly wider than your hips. We're preparing for our bridge. So this is a tummy, glute strengthener, hamstring strengthener. Lift all the way up off the ground into your bridge. Chin is slightly tucked, but not too close to the chest. Squeeze your legs as if you have a block in between your knees. Engage those tummy muscles, inner thighs, and then push your shins forward as if your feet are glued to the ground and you're trying to slide the feet forward, but they're going nowhere. Press into the hands gently, not too intensely. Let it just be a little bit, give you a little bit extra height as you can, just pushes you a little bit more resistance. And we're going to breathe here with 10 breaths, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Actually, we'll go to 5 because it will be probably extra long. My breaths are a little bit longer than the average. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And the next inhalation, lift and exhaling, allowing yourself to lower down, starting from the upper back, the middle, the lower, all the way down. Ha. Take the soles of the feet together. Let your knees open wide, hands resting on your pelvis. Let's take 2 breaths here. Breathing in and out and in and out. Take your hands outside your legs. Help your legs together. Extend your left leg until, but keep your left knee bent. So extend it until it's almost to the bottom of the mat. Or actually at the bottom of the mat. Reach your right leg up to the sky. Okay, then bring that leg down until the knees are next to one another, but keep that right leg straight. So this is a tummy, we're working our tummies, but also our legs. Inhale the arms up to the sky, and then bring them back behind you just enough so that you can actually see your arms and your peripheral vision. Draw the rib cage in, take an inhale, and turn the right leg out a little bit. Then take an inhale and exhale, reach your arms up towards the sky, chin nods to your chest, lift. So some of us, this is how far we stay. Some of us can actually lift ourselves all the way up and reach the arms up to the sky. If you can't do that, don't worry. Take an inhale and exhale, just come as far as you can. Do the first version and then lower yourself down. Keep the leg up if you can. See, my leg flew up. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, reach your arms back up towards the ceiling. Nudge your chin. Inhale and exhale. Lift up just the head and shoulders. Turn your thigh out. That's going to be enough for most of us. But if you wish for a little bit more, why not? Lift the arms up. Come all the way off that back. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, lower down. Whoa. Lower your right foot down. Hug your knees into your chest. Tummy, legs, back, all these things we're addressing in this one exercise. Okay, let's slide your right foot forward until the toes touch the bottom of the mat. That right knee is slightly bent. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Turn the thigh out to the side and bring that leg down until both knees are even with one another. Inhale the arms up, reach them back behind you until you can still see them. And then take an inhale, reach the arms up and just nod your chin to your chest and lift up. Some of us, this is it. This is perfect. Take a breath in. Some of us will lift all the way up. Reach the arms up to the sky. There goes my leg. Try and keep that leg down. Take an inhale and exhale, lower down. I know this is tough. You're wondering, well, what's this all about? One more. Reach the arms back, and still being able to see your arms. Take an inhale, reach your arms towards the ceiling, the fingers, and then inhale and exhale. Lift just the head and shoulders. Make sure the left leg turns out, or lift all the way up. And then take an inhale and exhale, lower down. Take your time, and then lower the feet down. Wow. Little rocks from side to side with those legs. Flushing them out. Intense, but that's a very strong abdominal and a leg toner. Well worth it. Cross your ankles, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, come all the way up. And then slide your bottom back, open the legs wide. Let's come into a stretch. So the legs are wider than your hips. lift up nice and tall. Take an inhale and exhale, fold forward. Stretching out. Give yourself a nice stretch. You can flex the feet if you'd like to add a little bit more with your legs. But if you need you're concentrating more in terms of recovery, don't worry about your feet. Take a breath in and out. Ujjayi breath, diaphragmatic breathing. This breath calms our nervous system, but also heats up our bodies. Inhaling, that slowly slide the hands back towards your pelvis. Taking your time as you lift up nice and tall, shoulders towards your ears, and roll back. Take your hands behind you. You can bend the knees, feet flat on the ground, fingertips spinning towards the back of the mat. Take an inhale, lift your heart. And feeling that wonderful stretch, yeah. And then crossing your ankles, coming onto your hands and knees. Now just flattening out those hands, bringing the hands a little further beyond your shoulders. Just press back into your child's pose with your arms active, which means your elbows are off the ground. Stretching through the spine, pushing into the tops of the feet, pressing into the fingertips of those hands, stretching out those arms. Let's inhale, come into your tabletop. And when once you're in your tabletop, slide a little further forward till your wrists and shoulders are in line. I want you to think about wrapping those shoulders, so turning the inner creases of those elbows forward, so the eyes of those elbows, and the armpits towards one another. That is wrapping the shoulders. And then curl the toes under and exhale into your downward dogs. Or keep the knees on the ground and stay extended. So here we are, downward dogs, toning our entire body, legs, arms, core. Bending your right knee, stretching through that left leg. Pressing to those hands, take an inhale and exhale, bending your left knee, pressing into that right heel. Back and forth, bending, right knee, leg straight, and then bending the left knee and the right leg is straight. So you can feel the power of this pose. Walk your hands towards your feet. Let's take a pause here. But this is still a toner. You think, I'm not toning my body, I'm just hanging here in a forward bend. Your backs of your legs are working, your legs are working. But you're stretching out the spine, decompressing the lower, the middle back, the upper back. You can take the opposite hand to the opposite elbow if that feels good to you. And then walk your hands forward back into your downward dogs. And stretch through the tailbone as if you have a string attached to the tailbone. That should feel like, that should actually feel quite good, unless your arms are shaking. Then if they're shaking, you do this on your knees. Every once in a while, you lower yourself down, you come into your child's pose. Now bring your left foot in towards your right foot and step your right foot between your hands. Flatten out that back foot. Cartwheel those arms, lifting up into your warrior twos. So today, last session, we did a warrior one where our hips were forward. Today we're concentrating in our warrior twos, which is also an all body toner, strengthener, everything you can imagine. So what you're going to do is take a peek at your right heel, make sure it's in line with the middle of that back foot. Mine's a little bit too far over, so I have to adjust. My back toes is turned on at a little bit of an angle. That back knee is soft but not bent. Right knee over the ankle, not beyond it, and then reach your arms out to the sides. Now, gaze either looking towards the middle finger or keep your head in line with the center of your chest. Press into the ground with those feet. Take a breath in and press down. And then as you inhale, I want you to lift up from the waist all the way to the crown of the head and reach your arms away from one another. And let's breathe here. We're here for 5 breaths. Breathing in. Soften the shoulders. Inhaling. And exhaling. You think this is easy? It isn't. Inhaling and exhaling. Powerful pose. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, release the hands down. And let's just curl the back toes under. And then lower the hands down to the ground. Step back into your downward dog. Lower the knees down and just take a pause in your child's pose. Stretching out. Breathing in and out. Inhaling. And exhaling. When we're concentrating on toning and we're looking at elongating the muscles, we have to actually hold our poses longer. The strengthening poses. Curl the toes under like standing, as opposed to going through them quickly. Downward dogs, a little bit, you hold them a little bit longer. Now from here, bring your right foot in towards your left foot. Take an inhale and exhale, step your left foot between your hands and flatten out that back foot. Cartwheel those arms and come all the way up. Open the arms out into your warrior twos. I'm spinning around so you can see me. Left foot, heel in line with the middle of that back foot. Back toes, turn them on a little bit of an angle. Reach the arms out. Left knee directly over the ankle. And stretch the arms away. And press into the ground. Press down first and then lift up from the waist through the crown of the head. Reach through those arms, soften the shoulders down. Breathing in and out. We also release stress in these poses, believe it or not, because we're putting our body in a kind of a stressful situation, which requires strength. So you might start to shake, which is a way to release stress in our bodies. So it's all good. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Just experiencing, just holding rather than floating through things quickly, how different we experience the class. Lower the arms down. Maybe your arms started to shake. Curl the back toes under. Place the hands on the ground. Step back into your downward dogs. And then lower the knees to the ground. Take a pause here, sitting back to your heels. Take 2 breaths here in child's pose. Let yourself settle in. Breathing in and out. And in and out. Then take an inhale and exhale. Walk your hands towards your knees. And then spin around, come onto your bottoms. Slide your bottoms towards your feet and then lower yourself down however is best for you. You can you don't have to support yourself, but if you need it, come all the way down onto your backs. Open the arms out to the sides in airplane wings. We're not doing a spinal twist yet. We're still doing some toning. Now we're going to work the oblique muscles. So come into a 90-degree angle with your feet. Press the lower back into the ground as your support. Take an inhale and exhale the legs over to the left. Squeeze the legs together. You're not coming all the way down. It's about halfway. Once your right shoulder, if it lifts, you pick the legs up a little bit further up. Then inhale back up. 90-degree angle. Exhaling over to the right. Not all the way down, about a quarter or halfway. And then inhaling, using your tummy muscles to lift you back up. Take an inhale and exhale over to the left. Inhaling back up, keep your gaze towards the ceiling, and exhaling to the right. This time, just one more set. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, if you find this too easy, feel free to straighten your legs as opposed to bending them. And then inhale, bend them and bring them back. So rebend them first before you bring them back. Take an inhale and exhale over to the right. Same thing, maybe, perhaps. You don't have to straighten the legs. Bending might just be enough. And then bring the knees back up. Press the lower back into the ground. Hug your knees into your chest. Whew. Toning now the muscles. I call them they're the corset muscles. That's the corsets. So they're the muscles that wrap around your waist, around the tummies, to give you that beautiful waistline. Bring your forehead towards your knees. Roll up. Just wrap your arms just for a few breaths here. Let's hold this for 1 and 2. And then let's open the arms out to the sides. Let's take your knees over to the left. Just place them down. Turn your gaze to the right. Breathing in and out. Using the breath to help you to stay calm, to stay present, and to stay healthy. And then inhale the knees back up. Give yourself another hug. Maybe forehead towards your knees again, just for that extra. And then take your knees over to the right and turn your gaze to the left. So you might not feel, well, you didn't do much, but you will probably feel your muscles in a different way than you have in a long time. Because there's lots of muscles that we don't use on a regular basis that we have been using these past 2 sessions, and we will continue to do so. Bring the knees back up. Give yourself another hug and extend your left foot to the left corner of the mat, right to the right corner of the mat. Let the feet open up naturally out to the sides as we prepare for Shavasana. Arms a few inches from your body with the palms facing up. Lift your shoulders and slide them down. Shoulder blades down, and let your body melt into the mat, closing your eyes for the next few moments, 2 to 5 minutes if you can. If you have the time, make sure that you take the time. Just a few more breaths. Let yourself go. And you can continue staying there for another few minutes as I find my way up into my easy seat to seal the practice for today. The second session of this series of toning and breathing. With tomorrow, we continue on with the toning, learning about our bodies. How to tone not just individual areas, but also the targeting and the whole body itself. How good it makes us feel Not only do we aesthetically we like it, but we feel it internally, and it gives us this strength. And it also is great for posture, something we're all looking for. As I bring my hands in front of my heart to seal the practice for today, taking this practice with you so that you benefit, but all beings benefit. I will see you soon. Namaste. Thank you, YouTubers. If you want more of these videos, subscribe, and please comment at whatever. If you want different classes, any kind of class, let me know. And thumbs up, that would be fantastic. And if you're interested in my live online classes, please go to my website, yogawithrebeccajane.com. I'll see you soon.